Welcome back everyone, Phoenix 3 here, and I made an Articuno EX deck. Now this deck here is for expanded only, but this here is a deck that I've kind of been thinking about playing if I were to play in expanded formats. The reason I didn't do it at first or even consider it is because Tall is very powerful against this deck, simply because Articuno's most powerful attack, Frost Prison, essentially gives Tall an extra 80 damage. But if they can't do anything about the auto paralysis, then this deck is fun. I actually played this deck in two expanded tournaments here on this program and won both of them. So I'm really glad that I now have two trophies for first place. So that's cool. And the entire way, my opponents weren't able to actually do anything about the auto paralysis. There were some annoying cases where my opponents had two Pokemon Center Ladies, and that instantly just wrecked what I wanted to do, but we still managed to prevail over those decks. One thing that I am trying to do with this deck here is trying to figure out the perfect build. Like, my thoughts for this deck weren't anything outside of get a Blastoise in play, get an Articuno in play, and Frost Prison. So I really don't know how to build anything else here in this deck, but we got a Keldeo start, so at least we're going to have the Keldeo. And we get a Mulligan. We don't have any draw supporters, which kind of sucks. So we got a Mega Mewtwo Y deck. Everyone seems to be playing this deck and expanded, at least here. So if I can lock those in the active spot, then that'd be good. But these people tend to play Pokemon Center Lady, which is extremely annoying. So I gotta, do everything right. And we really don't have a hand that we can do much with. Now I'm looking to see the Pokemon Center Lady, but I don't see it anywhere. Like I just want it to show itself, just so I can kind of prepare for it and try to bait it. But it looks like we get to +3 here, but that doesn't matter because we're going second. So we might get N before we get to see any of these cards. And we didn't get any more basics, and he has a Celebi. That is going to be pretty annoying. Celebi's Time Recall ability allows you to use attacks from the basic Pokemon and put them into, or yeah, just allows you to use, and there's the end. So yeah, we lost it all. But basically, that's just going to be for Mewtwo to use his damage change, and this just sits on the bench. So if I can take that out of play, then that's what we're going to want to do. But our hand is okay. Our opponent didn't get any energy, so that is exactly what I want to see. And I might actually be able to do something here. We're not going to play that Professor's Letter because we don't want to eat an N and lose the energy. So we'll play it next turn. I have like no supporters in this deck. I do have a Shaman, but I'm trying to see there's the N. Glad I didn't play it. But I'm trying to figure out the supporter line for this deck. Like, it was always my intention to never play in an expanded tournament, and he just lets us win. I'm fine with that. I didn't want to fight this deck anyway. Especially with this hand that I had, I wasn't drawing any supporters. Like, I do have supporters, but I guess I don't have enough of them. Like, it's really hard. I'm so used to playing my whole deck right now that, like, I can't really think of anything else. Like, I rely on this deck with Artillery, but Artillery is not in this deck. Maybe I should find a way to put it in, but this deck is a little more clunky than my whole deck, simply because I got the rare candies and the Blastoise. I was trying to see if I can do like an Archie's engine, but like I said, my decks are very clunky, and I couldn't pull that off. Archie's doesn't really fit my playstyle, so I just opted to just stick with the traditional Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, rare candy. At least that way I can get one into play versus trying to draw my entire hand down to maybe see one. We got an Ultra Ball. We can grab a Shaman with that. We're going second, but this is assuming we get to keep everything in our hand. Not sure what my opponent's playing. Trainer a lot. But here we do have 4 Articuno EX. Now that's going to be important to the deck simply because we can do stuff like we can letting one sit in the active spot and let it die. You know, fun things like that. So if a Wally doesn't come out, then we can play our hand. If not, then all right. I am I'm happy about that. Alternatively, we can make a really big Keldeo. That seems like a really fun thing to do. Is our Shaman in here? Let's just take a look. There's our Shaman. We only have one. That's the one Shaman that I pulled from the one Roaring Skies pack that the game gave me. So that one is locked to my account. I cannot trade it. Our Articuno was prized, so we have to keep that in mind. Our War Turtle's here. Both our Blastoise is here, and one Squirtle is prized. So we're going to have to try to figure out a way to get things down into play. But I think here we just grab the Squirtle. And it doesn't look like things are going too well for my opponent, so I might be able to get away with playing this Chorus Machine here. Getting that on Articuno. Ultra Ball 1 and 2. I guess we'll do that. We play ways to get stuff back. That's going to grab my Shaman. I could play the Professor's Letter. It essentially adds one more card to my hand, so I think we'll just play the Shaman now. There's the slowness. We'll take these two. Oh, we got a Blastoise in our hand. If we get a rare candy, we can get a turn 2 Frost Prison, which Trevenant doesn't like. Oh, wait, but we have to not get Trainer Locked, which we did. Well, there's that. Well, we get the 2-hit knockout. That up. Here's a Trevenant break. So 3-hit knockout. And now we can't play trainer cards. Silent Fair. Wait, hold on, how does Squirtle have 30 damage on it? Does that place damage counters? Yes, it does. Well, we're going to lose that Squirtle, but that's alright because we got Frost Prison next turn. And he won't be able to attack us, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of annoying. I mean, the reason you play this Squirtle is to not take the 30 damage, but it's super difficult when you're not playing against a traditional deck. So there's that. There's another Phantump. We're about to be potentially 60 damage on us, 90. I really hate Trainer Lock. Like, I'm going to be so glad when this rotates out of Standard. Like, right now, I'm playing Expanded so I can play Articuno EX. But this here's the reason I didn't want to play Expanded to begin with, because I just don't like dealing with shit like this. It's annoying as a player who wants to play the game but can't because my opponent's not allowing me to play. But I'm going to have to get a Squirtle into play. I'm going to have to deal with that Mewtwo somehow. So yeah, he just places the 60 on me, which is annoying. There's the rare candy I can't play. But we're going to get a Frost Prison. If we can draw a Lysander, we're going to Lysander out that Mewtwo. Start working on that. Rare candy and the Blastoise. Play our Trainer's Mail. Super Scoop up the Articuno, maybe. Or maybe Super Scoop up the Shaman. Try to hit something else. But we need something here. We play 3 Lysander in this deck. 3 Lysander. And that's so we can get our Frost Prison. Like, ideally, what we want to do is Lysander out 170 HP EXs like this Mewtwo. Hit it twice and lock it. That places at 160 damage. We Lysander out the next 170 HP Pokemon EX. and put that away from 10. And if we get real lucky and pretty cheeky, we can do that again to another EX, which will be this Shaman here. Lock that, and then hit this with a Blizzard, and then put 10 on everything else, and take 4 to 6 prizes in a single turn. It's it's amazing when it works. Lysander. That's not a Lysander. Um, I do think we play the Juniper though. This sucks because we are now down 2. No, I think we're down 1. Wow, bursting balloon is a thing. All right, so I mean, so what does he do? He silent fears and that knocks out the Squirtle. I think I have to make him knock out the Shaman. I don't want to do that, but oh man. Guess I probably should have kept that water energy in my hand. That would have been smart. Because if we can get a Lysander, we can bring out the Mewtwo. I mean, I have to get him to knock out the Shaman, just so he doesn't knock out the Squirtle. Hopefully we get a Lysander right here. It would be very helpful if we got the Lysander. That's not a Lysander. Well, that game's over. Lock is just always one of those things that I hate playing against. Like, it's something that doesn't take skill to play, like, at all. It's the equivalent of giving a person that you're hunting a gun, right? And then not giving him any bullets to defend himself with. Like, how is that fair? Some guy tells you, well, I'm going to give you a 10-second head start, and then I'm going to hunt you down mercilessly and kill you. And then you're all like, well, what do I get to defend myself? And he's like, well, I'm a fair person. Here, take this gun to defend yourself. And then you look at the gun and you're like, there are no bullets in the gun. How am I supposed to defend myself with it? He's like, well, not my problem. I gave you a gun. You figure it out. It's like that. And it's also the equivalent of not working hard. You can pretty much watch my deck or my video I played when I was playing against, or I was playing Night March. Pretty much all the jokes that I said there apply here. It's not a real win. It doesn't take any work to play those type of decks. People who play Trainer Lock have no self-respect. I mean, they can't have any self-respect. It's not a fair fight. And I'm a person who doesn't believe in fair fights because you're doing what you can do to win. But I mean, oh my God, another one? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that there. Would have been nice to get an Articuno. But yeah, this is the reason why I wasn't looking forward to playing the expanded format. Simply because, I mean, yeah. Alright. I have to play the Ultra Ball right now. What do I grab with it, though? I don't think that matters. We're probably not going to play that rare candy. So, I mean, we got the Squirtle, so that's the good thing. Ooh, we got a Shaman. I uh I like having Shaman. Do I play the Shaman? I kind of just want to grab that Articuno. Yeah, this gives us more cards. So I play it next turn? No, I'm gonna play it right now. Maybe we hit some dive balls. That's a dive ball. Uh, no. We're gonna grab the Keldeo. I have a scoop up Cyclone, but I'm not gonna waste it. I probably should have played it. I got the Juniper in my hand. I'm just so used to not playing with Juniper. Like, it's not even funny. But another Mewtwo. Is this the same person? This can't be the same person. If Trevenant doesn't come out, that'd be great. There's the Mewtwo Spirit Link, so we're going to have to deal with that. Is this the same person? I wasn't even like paying attention. This might be the same person. Well, that's not the Trevenant I expected, but this is going to be the only Trevenant that's legal in standard. Hoopa EX. Alright, so we have our targets for Articuno EX. This is going to be Mega Mewtwo, so we're going to have to figure out a way to get a bunch of damage on this. Like, this Mega Mewtwo here is probably going to be the one Pokemon that we're going to deal with last. So yeah, I think that's what I want to do. If he doesn't play Pokemon Center Lady, then we should be good. We're going to bring this out, put 160 on that. Bring this out, put 160 on that. And then Lysander this out and put a 160 on that, kill it with Blizzard, and then take 6 prizes in one turn. I think that's going to be the way we're going to do this. Yeah. Hopefully this isn't the one that trainer locks. It'll be fucking ace if it isn't. Oh my goodness, we're not trainer locked. So there's my Lysander. I'm actually just going to go ahead and do this now. I got a couple turns here to build. We're going to put that there. I guess we played a scoop up Cyclone on the Shaman. Put that back. I really don't want to play it because that's a guaranteed Articuno EX. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and play these. Next turn. Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if we get the water energy in the discard pile because we play energy retrieval, so we can get those back. We don't have any in there now, but we will have one. So that's good. So we will attach to this, and then we'll start our lock. But this is going to prevent us from being trainer locked because this is paralyzed. He can't move it for this turn. We got a Phantom on the bench. Nothing really came out of that. And we have our Juniper here, so we get another energy on Keldeo. I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter where I place the energy because we will eventually be able to do some things. If we get Blastoise, that'd be the most beneficial because we don't have to waste our attachment for the turn. We play Float Stone so we can get that on Keldeo and then go from there. And then we will proceed to take our 6 prizes in one turn. Course, ooh, course for 8. I'm hoping he doesn't play Pokemon Center Lady. But all the Mewtwo decks that I played against play Pokemon Center Lady. Corellia, like, what is this? Like, you can lose to just... Like, Trainer Lock is so strong, you don't have to play anything good. Like, Corellia, oh, there's the Keldeo. I'm going to have to work on that. Alright, so new game plan. Bring out the Keldeo, knock that out first. There's our plasma energy. I think we just want to play that like right now actually. I really didn't want to see Keldeo. But hopefully we get a Blastoise here. That's not a Blastoise actually. Well, we got another heads. We don't have a way to get our Blastoise. But this is the one thing I'm trying to figure out. I probably want to play a heavier Blastoise line. So there's the Float Stone. There's the energy. Oh, I think we lose our War Turtle this turn. Honestly, I'm not going to have anything to deal with that Mewtwo. I'm going to have to find a way to deal with that Keldeo. But Keldeo is also the other reason why this deck is going to be a little hard to play. Because Russian is a very good ability. That's what, 100 damage? Yep. So now my Lysanders aren't going to do me any good. And now we have to... Actually, let's take that N. There's my Float Stone. There's a Battle Compressor. I think we'll play that now. Let's see, what do we want? We want Shadow Triad. Is Skyla in here? It is not in here. We got Water Energy in there. So, I mean, what don't we want to see right now? I kind of want to see all these cards. There's a Rare Candy. We want that. I mean, I think that's it. I'm going to play that Float Stone. I kind of got my energy all over the place right now. What do we want? I think we want that energy retrieval. We'll take it. I'm going to have to set up some huge play, though, because we're going to have to remove the Keldeo, which means we're going to take a Psychic Infinity from somewhere. So I probably should have Shaman powered up so I can Sky Return, knock out the Keldeo, and then I can start working on things. But this is a very real possibility. I can just lose to this Mewtwo EX, which is very unfortunate. I don't want that to happen. I mean, we can still win. Mewtwo's only doing 70 to us. Not anymore. But that's the scary thing about Mewtwo, is the fact that he can do that, and he's got a Lysander. So if we're going to do something, we have to do it right now. We got to get a Blastoise into play. Because he knocks out my Articuno next turn. The one on the bench with all the energy. There's a Blastoise, but I don't have my Rare Candy. I suppose... See, I want to play this chorus right now. I really want to play that, but I can't. I have to end him again. I mean, if I could just get my lock, we will be good. Alternatively, I could just give him 2 prizes and make it harder for him to draw better. I really wish I had a rare candy in my hand. Oh well. I really want to play that energy retrieval when I can maximize it. I I can work with this. I have to sacrifice a Pokemon. The Pokemon I can sacrifice right now is Keldeo. Because he has that, so it's going to be really hard for me to do anything to him. So I think that's what we do. That's not good. All right, let's do this smart. Let's do this. That's going to go there. I really don't want to attack with this Keldeo right now, but I don't think I have a choice. They're going to rush in, hit this thing for 110. Well, this is going to be extremely hard. Our opponent might have to go down to 1 prize before we can do anything. But we Secret Sword for 110. This should have, what, 80 left? 100, how much HP got? 210. Okay. And then next turn we can't knock it out with anything. So we gotta beat on it. So he's probably gonna knock this out. Then we're gonna bring this up, Sky Return. And then we're gonna bring this up, let him knock that out, and then hope he can't take that last prize. Like that's my plan here. Yep, Kildeo's dead. I mean, he didn't need to attach that double colorless energy. He could have just knocked this out with what he had. But I mean, this is the thing about the game now. Your opponent can play bad, and it doesn't really matter. That's just a bad play. Yeah, 30 damage. Our opponent's going to end up going down to 1 prize. I mean, we can still make a huge comeback. Like, I honestly don't know what he's playing. He's just, like, I think his only strategy is get Mega Mewtwo EX in play and try to win that way. Like, I think that's it. We can still do something, like we need to get an N, put him down to 1. That's really my only play here. Hope he doesn't draw anything off of that. So there's his last DCE on that Mewtwo. I mean, that Mewtwo is a little bit easier to deal with than this one. Or maybe not. Oh, that's going to be annoying. Well, basically all we need now is a Lysander and a water energy, and we can do something. That's not a Lysander or a water energy. So yeah, that game is done. Man, really needed that. That's the reason I played 3 Lysanders, so I can try to get them. Maybe I need to put a fourth one in there and maybe run 4 Pokemon catchers. Not that Pokemon catcher would have done any good in that situation. Another Psychic deck. Tails never fails. Well, I like to go first, yeah. Because if we're just going to play against Trainer Lock, I might as well do everything I can on my turn. I got to draw Pokemon first, but, you know. I hear you don't actually need Pokemon to play this game. Done. Well, I would like to see Articuno. What is this? Whatever. I don't even care anymore. I think we... Okay, that's fine. We Skyla clearly for a dive ball. We're just gonna go ahead and grab Articuno or some water Pokemon. Try to get my setup going. That's gonna go there. We're gonna grab Articuno. I think we do want to grab a Squirtle as well, so let's do that. I mean, I guess we don't need the Ultra Ball anymore. Got the Shaman in the active. Yeah, just grab Squirtle. I really don't want to discard that, but I need to have some kind of setup here. And maybe we can get extremely lucky and not draw something we're going to Juniper away. I do think I want to put this water energy on Shaman though. So we're going to do that. So we can Sky Return, which doesn't really hurt us too much because we get to get our water energy back. And if we can get a Blastoise in play, that'd be extremely beneficial because we can start paralyzing things, which didn't work out for us the last 2 games. But that's what happens with Trainer Lock. You just don't get to play. Oh my god. Discard the Plasma Energy. Oh well. Boy, am I not going to miss Standard or Expanded. But actually, Crushing Hammers and Expanded as well. Fisherman, put 4 energy back. Fisherman would be nice in this deck. Look at that, another Mewtwo. Don't need to be good at the game. Just get a Mewtwo and throw a bunch of energy on it and hope you win. Alright. I don't think I'm going to play that. It's not letting me click the card. Good, there it goes. Let's try that again. And we'll just end our turn. We got that end though. I might just play that Squirtle just so it's down. We're going to put that there. Our opponent didn't play a supporter, but it's whatever. I don't want to discard all of these. The Lysanders are more useful in the deck to me. What do we got? That dive ball is actually something I want in my mouth. Alright, so we're going to dive ball for a War Turtle here. It's a good thing it's still in the deck. Both our Blastoise are still there, so we got to keep all of our cards for the Blastoise line, which is really good. So we're going to evolve that. Next turn we'll get out a Blastoise, and we'll have all the energy we could ever want, which is good. Sky Return. We're going to put 30 on that. And we'll bring this up. And then we'll just dump a bunch of energy on everything. And then it's not going to matter if he gets Crushing Hammers. I mean, it'll still be annoying because I don't want him to get those. You know, I still want to be able to play my deck. Oh, the Disruption. I'm not going to lie, that hurt. Oh boy, that hurt. That's Battle Compressor. I'm probably just going to Lysander out that Mewtwo. Those are some of the words that I don't ever want to hear. Let's Lysander out that Mewtwo. Let's put... Let's see. I want to have at least 2 in here. Okay, we'll have at least 2. So, the Water Energy... I guess we don't need a Rare Candy. And... I guess we'll just discard another Rare Candy. I mean, we still got 2 in the deck. We got a Juniper in there, so if we get a Versus Seeker, we'll be good. The Mewtwo is less dangerous if I can play my cards, that is. Yeah. Man, we are just getting the worst, like, decks. Everybody's playing Mewtwo. Oh, that's a dead Squirtle. Fighting Fury Belt. Okay, well, that's going to make it harder to knock this out. I mean, it's not going to be that big a deal. It'll just be, what, 2 Blizzard, or 2 Blizzards, wow. Frost Prisons and a Blizzard. That's actually what I want to see. Doesn't look like our opponent has anything. I can end him to 4. I might want to do that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Juniper just gives me 1 more card. I'm fine with not having that 1 more card because we still get a Water Energy. We can do what we want. Wow. I don't want to play any of these cards. Like that Juniper will destroy. We'll retreat for Articuno. Put that in the active spot. Let that take a hit. We'll end our turn and hope something goes our way. If he wants to play Mega Mewtwo, then it's going to end his turn, which I don't have a problem with. Because I got to figure out a way to get a Blastoise into play. That's not an end, so that's good. But I got to figure out a way to get a Blastoise in play. And not losing Articuno in the process. Super Scoop Up is going to be extremely valuable to me because I can simply take hits. And Scatter Shot does it for every Water Energy, it looks like. We'll put Keldeo up. Ultra Ball for what? Yeah, he's just going for Mega Mewtwo, which is fine. Mewtwo only had 10 hit points to work with anyway. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to end my turn. I want him to attack me first. Then I could do what I want to do to it. He's not going to do that. He's just going to put a bunch of energy on this Mewtwo. Hopefully we can get what we want here. Dive Ball. Yeah, I think we just take the Dive Ball. Let's go Blastoise. Well, I guess what we have to do is knock this thing out with Keldeo. I mean, we can do that. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is get a bunch of energy here and try to make a play. Let's see, 1, 2. I keep getting this non-responsive script on my browser, and it's slowing down the computer. Yeah, I'm going to have to knock out this Deoxys. I value the Articuno a whole lot more, so we'll just do that. We're going to get these things powered up. Hold on, let me deal with this real quick because it's just slowing everything down. You're like, sorry about this, guys, but I can't deal with that. Alright, I think we'll just play the Juniper now. That's 2 super scoop ups, though. I don't think I have to, but it'll be very nice to have a... Yo, man, those super scoop ups could be really good, too. But that's everything I pretty much want right there, so this is good. We still got 1 water energy in the deck. We can get a Frost Prison going. And look at that, water energy right there, so we're good. And we're going to try to keep this thing locked. This attack is going to knock us out. And I'm almost in that mood to just Lysander him down to 2. But this here is the reason why Articuno is a little dangerous to play and expanded, because a lot of Pokemon have attacks like that. And you essentially give your opponent at least plus 80. Or with this Articuno right now, plus 120. And that's something that's not that easy to overlook. But we're going to end our opponent again. Hope this time it sticks. We still have Lysanders, so we can do stuff if we want. Okay, I'm fine with that. We're gonna play. Well, we can't play it. Well, that's all right though. We just Frost Prison. Yay, the first Frost Prison of the game. 45 minutes in, we got one. Only thing that can ruin us now is a Pokemon Center Lady, which everybody seems to be playing. It's not a Pokemon Center Lady, so that's good. We're gonna keep that. It's Frost Prison again. How much do you have left? 50? Yeah. Now here's where the balls, like, of steel come in. How many Versus Seekers do we have? We still got one more in the deck. We're gonna grab this Lysander. We're just gonna go ahead and play that. Oh, I didn't even see the Fighting Fury belt right there. Oh well. I'm gonna play that Shaman, draw 3 cards. We gotta be careful though, because we are running low. There's a Lysander, which is 3, 6, 9, 12. He could do 160 to me next turn. I think I want to knock out this Mewtwo right now though. Yeah. How much health do you have? 50? I think I'm gonna save it. We can Blizzard. Start taking some prizes. But yeah, when I had this deck idea here, it was a lot better in the last format simply because it was able to do more things. Fighting Fury belt wasn't a thing. This Mewtwo wasn't a thing. And this right here is the reason you save your energy. 3, 6, 9, 12, 50, 160. We have 10 left. I think we're going to scoop up Cyclone that Articuno. Damage change. Okay. I mean, he was better off just hitting me, but oh well. What do we do? We can Colress for 4, actually. Yeah. That's going to put a couple of cards into the deck. Alright, but we still got the important things. We got the Scoop Up Cyclone and a Shadow Triad, so that's what we want. Like, you really don't know how scary a damage change Mewtwo is until you lose the ability to knock it out in one hit. Because now you have to play Ring Around the Rosie with it. But if everything goes good, we should have it locked out of the game now. But yeah, this is basically what Articuno was good for, because back then Pyroar was a thing, and Pyroar only negated damage. Not that you would use this Articuno for that reason, but I've had games where I managed to Frost Prison my opponent out of the game because I would paralyze their Pyroar. They couldn't move it, and I would make the game essentially to whoever decks first, and I would make sure that I have more cards remaining. So whenever I saw a Pyroar, that was usually my default strategy against the deck. Get Articuno out, Frost Prison it out of the game, hope my opponent wastes a lot of resources to move it. But this here is the last turn for this Mewtwo right here, so we should win. After a very long game, Articuno got to do what it wanted to, and there's the win. But I think this is going to be the last game here for me because I'm a little bit tired of playing Mewtwo or playing against Mewtwo. I don't want to play against that anymore, so I'm going to end it here. So this here is a new deck. I wanted to get that Articuno out there. Maybe I will try to build my old deck that I used to play, but I have to get a couple of cards for that first. So if you guys like this video, then please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to always be doing Pokemon related content. Um, what kind of content that is, well, it really depends. It's whatever I'm feeling like. I haven't really been in the mood for Showdown. The trading card game has sparked a little bit of interest, especially with the next season announced. So we won't have to deal with things like Trainer Lock, Night March, Seismitoad, just those things. And as always, I want to take the time to thank you all for taking time to watch my videos, and I hope to see you all in the next one.